What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing February readings. I'm on the sign of Scorpio, so you know what's up, squad. If you would like a personal reading, I'll list my email as well as my website below and just kind of follow the directions from there. So I'm going to be doing the spread where it's present situation, past influences, what's holding you back, something you can't control, the advice on what to do, and the achievable outcome of what you can work towards. So for the sign of Scorpio, present situation, 7 of Wands, huh? Past influences, 7 of Pentacles. Holding you back is the Fool card. That means is hella strong. Okay. Something you cannot control, the Page of Cups. The advice on what to do, the 2 of Pentacles. And achievable outcome or what to work towards, the 9 of Swords. Ouch. What do you mean? The bottom is the Queen of Pentacles. So energy of, I feel like she's kind of contemplating. She's kind of planning out the next move, what she wants to do. Some of you guys might be dealing with someone who's kind of smothering the shit out of you. The Door to Spirit is at the bottom of this deck. So communicating with your angels and your people, you know what I'm saying? See what's up on their end. You're going to be having some clarity about something. I feel like some of you guys might be dealing with someone with some type of an addiction. And these all wanted to come out in reverse. So deception is at the bottom. So not really talking a whole lot. I feel like you guys were involved in a situation with someone where you kind of ignored your intuition, ignored some signs from this person. So now you guys are no longer together. In the past, what could have been separating you was kind of like finances and career, or that could still be a factor. Someone's just trying to figure out how to have some inner peace about some things, because they're just having a hard time. And I think that someone is like really up in their head, to the point where it's like they want to talk about things, but they have a really hard time talking about their feelings. They just kind of run from them. Maybe there's someone who was always told to never talk about their feelings, or they just never did. But I feel like this partnership and this, love or the balance between two people is here. It's just going to take some compassion and patience. Because I feel like someone just really does run from their feelings. They would rather keep them to themselves because they feel like it's less problems. They might have been cheated on in the past, because the 7 of Swords is at the bottom with the King of Cups in reverse. Needing to maybe or wanting to talk about their feelings, but because of whatever circumstances, they are just unable to. They're not very good at it, even though I feel like, you're not really moving on, or they're not really moving on from this, but it's just like there's a lot of stagnancy in this situation. Your other energy cards were the 7th chakra for Archangel Uriel, so some of you guys could be opening up that chakra, or maybe it needs some work, so calling on Uriel for that. Then you had cornucopia, and you have man holding a coin. So I feel like someone is kind of everything that you ever wanted. Someone could be very financially stable. Someone could be just kind of independent. You kind of see this, or maybe what they're trying to tell you is that this can be kind of everything that you ever wanted and more, or maybe that's how they see you. But I feel like it's also a spiritual connection. This is something that you've manifested in. So it's kind of like one of those things where you kind of know in the back of your head how somebody feels, but it's just like you're kind of waiting for them to talk about it. And I just feel like someone's not really good at that. Maybe someone's only good at making money. Maybe someone is, not very good at the balancing between two people, where maybe someone's used to doing everything on their own, and kind of being confused about their feelings as well. So the present situation, like I said, is a Seven of Wands, really guarded. I don't really feel like it's hostile energy. I just feel like someone just needs to have some faith. I feel like whatever this person is going through right now is something that they want to do on their own. Maybe don't take offense to this, whether it's on your side or their side, because you know that this is something fated. This is something that there will be change coming to this, but it's just kind of rising above maybe the communication issues, maybe the stability is a factor. Someone has a hard time letting go and letting the change come in their life because of the things that they lost in their life. They don't want to lose things, but they're also kind of a free spirit where they don't really aren't really that good at settling down, because maybe there's some things about their personality that they feel like they can't control at times, or they're working on their inner self at this point, but the main priority is kind of their stability to gain that security, or that's just really important to them in general. I just feel like someone could have been deceptive, or this just could be what someone's like telling themselves, like almost some self-sabotage type thing, because the emotions with this are kind of heavy and someone just keeps it to themselves. The clarifier is the Two of Swords. In reverse, I feel like this person has already made this decision about whether it's between two people or just whatever decision they needed to make. They're just not ready to open up and talk about it yet. Maybe they feel like you kind of need to open up. I feel like you guys feel the exact same way about each other, like you see each other in the same lights, but at the same time, maybe the way that you guys were brought up was very similar. So there's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of like this illusion, maybe that this person won't commit, or the other person won't commit, or there's too many people involved, or I just feel like it's important to know that this person does support you. They consider you a really good friend. And someone could be getting engaged in the near future. They're just not very good at talking about that lovey stuff. The past influences, you have the Moon card and the Seven of Pentacles. So putting a lot of time into something where you never really knew how this person felt about you. You never really talked about this. Someone maybe never really made a decision in the past. I just feel like you didn't know if they were loyal to you, if they could be loyal to you, if you're wasting your time. I just like, there's a lot of waiting energy for this person to talk, and it just kind of never happened. I just think that someone, there's a few different scenarios, but there could have been some things that had happened where someone did invest a lot of time into someone, and then there were a lot of things done behind their back, and now someone might be trying to make things right with you, but at the same time, maybe it's just like, well, we can be friends, you know what I mean? But I'd rather just kind of take some time out for myself and, work on some things, work on my finances, work on whatever kind of breakup or whatever this is that's going on. Something that's holding you back, Scorpio, is the Fool card, clarified by the World card. I feel like you are afraid, or this person's afraid to take this leap of faith because you don't know how it's going to end, but at the same time, broadening your horizons, kind of doing something that you've never done is scary because you're always playing it safe. There's a lot of worry and fear and anxiety that comes with taking this, because you don't know how it's going to end. You don't know if you should close this chapter or go in a new direction, but I just feel like the future is really bright in whatever this is. So just to not be afraid of, if you can't see the ground you're walking on, or you can't see the outcome, that it'll be okay. It's kind of all your perception, and that you'll be stable and you'll be secure. You just have to kind of change how you're thinking about things. And listening to your intuition, even if you don't really, I feel like your steps will light the way, or, your angels will. So things kind of were stuck, did not move it, but the goal or the lesson was for you to take control and have more confidence in yourself. before moving forward, so that the old toxic energy, whether it was real or just thoughts, wouldn't be a part of this equation anymore. The advice on what to do, oh, excuse me, this is what's something you can't control. You have the Page of Cups, and you have the Ace of Cups. I think that your emotions for this person or vice versa are very strong, but how this person communicates them, I don't think that they do. Someone might drink a lot, someone might have a really spiritual nature, and like, you know how they feel, but at the same time they don't really talk about it. They might be one of those people who doesn't really like to settle down, or they were. So it's like, even if this energy is still here, you can't really control how someone else either expresses their emotions or what they do on their free time, you know, because I feel like someone was very dissatisfied with whatever aspect that this was. But I do see a new opportunity, but you just don't know how it's going to go. So not being afraid, because it's like, you know, the love is here, you know that this is how you feel. And however fleeting love is, it's still kind of worth it, because you don't want to stop yourself from feeling that again, when, because of past issues, when it could be better. It's like listening to your inner self, listening to your intuition, finding your inner peace in this, so it's not so much anxiety, or maybe easing this person's at the same time. There's a lot of emotions going on here. The advice on what to do, you have the Two of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you guys might need to switch up careers. You've got a couple of options coming in. I feel like you've declined a few in the past, but I just feel like finding the balance in between work and play, but also not declining offers if one of these situations isn't working out for you. Having some clarity about what's really going on here, and also whether or not this person, I mean, for some of you, you're dealing with someone who is very sneaky and doesn't really ever make a decision between two people. It could be an Aries for some of you. There's a lot of arguing and breakups, divorce. Like, I just feel like maybe someone does regret all of that, but at the same time, it was like there never really was a decision made. And I think that it's important to find the balance and know what it is that you want. You might be focusing on one thing so much that you don't see the other things that are here, whether that's a person or an opportunity. Because I feel like it's job and personal for somebody. The achievable outcome and what to work towards. You have the Nine of Swords with the Seven of Wands in reverse. Maybe letting your guard down a little bit with this person, and not really shutting them out, because or just being gentle with someone. I feel like they've been through a lot, whoever this is. It could be both of you, to be honest, but kind of laying those swords down and not being so hostile towards them, because I feel like it's just kind of making them feel worse. And someone could be going through some health issues right now, or maybe, you know, walking away from a situation where they were cheated on, or there was just getting those toxic memories and feelings and just purging them all on both sides of the fence, whether it's a person, place, or thing, and know that you can make your wishes come true. You can have the things that you want to have, but your thoughts are easily becoming your reality, and it's like you're guarded towards something because of an old situation. But I just feel like in reality, you do have a lot of things going on which could be confusing, but at the same time, in the back of your head, you know that you're holding yourself back, because if you're in a situation where you're not being supported and people aren't treating you very well, then you know that things are being said and done behind your back, then still continuing to stay in that is a choice at the end of the day. And, you know, keeping yourself stuck in a situation where you really aren't happy, and where someone maybe has yet to figure out what it is that they want, maybe taking the time to figure it out on your own, or this person, you know, but not being afraid of new adventures, new opportunities, new feelings, new things coming in for you, you know, getting out of this anxiety. If there's depression and stuff going on, maybe talking to someone about it, and there could be someone that wants to talk to you really bad and they're like really stressed out, but at the same time they want to make things right with you, but they're not really sure if this is going to change, or they don't know if you'll believe that they changed, or that this could be something that could be fixed, because it's like someone spends a lot of time on their own and it's like they have a hard time being vulnerable in another situation. But at the same time there is growth here, and it's just like, don't listen to any negative advice, and figuring out what it is that you want on your own without an outside opinion, I feel like is really important here. Because you just are in this kind of, I don't want to say sad energy, but I just feel like you are in this position where things in your life are about to change, and you want people on the same level as you, whether it's spiritually, emotionally, financially, so that things can build and grow. And it's okay to, you know, wait for that, or hold your standards up that high for people that come into your life, because you know what you want, and you know how to go about it. With, if you're dealing with a Taurus, I just feel like maybe there was a missed opportunity, or you feel like there was a missed opportunity, but I just think that someone does need this forgiveness in order to grow. Someone might have children with another person, and it's like they're kind of figuring out a way to get over like this person, or maybe they went back to this person and they're trying to make things right with someone from their past. But it's just important to release any kind of negative thought patterns that you're holding on to, regardless of what anyone else is doing, because I think that you know the truth and you know how you feel about another person. It's just like, you know that someone's just not very good at communicating them, even though it's like you can feel it. And this person isn't one of the ones who does things like everyone else, you know. And not to be in poverty mindset or worry about things, you know. I just feel like it's okay to tell yourself that whatever it is that you desire is here for you, but you also have to eliminate the things that no longer serve you and are holding you back from that, so that these new opportunities can come in, you know, accepting an ending for some of you, and maybe paying attention to boundaries this time around, so you know you can see things a little bit clearer when you're going into things, because you know, Scorpios are very, very smart and intuitive people, but it's like we doubt ourselves, and that kind of throws us off track. We can sit here and give everybody the best love advice and advice on everything for their life on what to do, but when it comes to us, we're like, well, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard for us to come to that place where we are completely honest with ourselves, and step out into that light where we're in our power, and be firm in that, regardless of whatever feelings were involved, and not holding ourselves back anymore, you know, holding ourselves accountable for our future, and what we're doing about it every day. So, you know, being guarded to the right people, you know, being guarded to the right situations, and getting out of this confusion, and being patient for the success, because I feel like it is coming in, Scorpio. So that's all I have for you guys. Have a good night.